Hi there everyone and welcome once again to the TrainAid HQ. My name is Nick and in today's video we are going to be looking at the Level 4 Certificate in Education and Training, and we are going to be looking at your teaching portfolio of evidence. We will be looking in particular at criteria number 7. This is initial and also diagnostic assessments. If you haven't already done so, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel to receive the latest updates and alerts from the team. In regards to criteria number 7 on our teaching evidence portfolio grid, we have to essentially submit 5 different types of initial or diagnostic assessments that we use within our current teaching with our learners. So this video today is going to be looking in detail at initial and diagnostic assessments to give you lots of ideas and also some advice on the evidence that you can submit. Do have a look within the textbook at pages 52 to 60, and that is going to have lots of information just on initial and diagnostic assessment as well. So in regards to initial and also diagnostic assessments, we're looking for 5 different examples from your own teaching practice. This can be submitted via perhaps screenshots, Word documents, or also PDF files. So lots of pictures in regards to your initial and diagnostic assessments. You could also submit a Word document describing those 5 different initial and diagnostic assessments, perhaps along with a picture or 2, just explaining how they are used within your teaching practice. But we are now just going to have a look in detail at initial and diagnostic assessments and just understanding a little bit more about their purpose within education and training. So initial and diagnostic assessments. So many learners do ask me, what is the difference between the two? Okay, what is the purpose of them? So in regards to initial assessment, this is all about finding out about the learner as an individual. Okay, so it could be their background, why they are embarking on the course. Okay, it's just an opportunity to sit down with them and just to find out about their motivation for the course, aspirations, okay, career progression routes, hobbies and interests. So it's about getting to know your learner on a one-to-one basis. For example, icebreakers at the start of a course or qualification is a fantastic way to find out a little bit more about candidates as well. Here at TrainAid, we also have a course application form. This is a fantastic application form as we find out a little bit more about the learner's details, their teaching role, why they are attending the course, and also any learning requirements as well. So an application form is a great example of an initial assessment. Diagnostic assessments, on the other hand, this is finding out the level of skills, knowledge and understanding towards a particular subject. So diagnostic assessments are very much more to do with checking the skill level, the qualities and understanding of a particular topic. So online tests, for example, would be a great example of diagnostic tests. So any perhaps literacy, numeracy test, any particular written test, perhaps a practice essay would be a very good diagnostic or baseline test. So diagnostic are traditionally a much more robust assessment at the start of a course or qualification. So in regards to a definition of initial assessments take place at the beginning of a course or qualification. Without initial assessments, we wouldn't be able to find out about the learner as an individual, and ourselves as teachers, we wouldn't be able to support them fully basically on the course or program. Without initial assessments, learners might not feel valued within your classroom, and therefore they might sort of disengage, they might lose interest, or they might leave a course or qualification. So of course we don't want that. So initial assessments are a great way to find out about your learners and, you know, an individual. And it also allows time at the start of a course to deal with any issues that might arise. So as I mentioned, by performing initial assessments, the learner can feel supported as well. Okay, some of the key points then. The purpose of initial assessment, it allows for differentiation and the individual requirements to be met, of course. So through initial assessments, you could tweak your teaching practice to cater for individuals on your qualification. It also allows for you to ensure that learners are on the correct course, okay? So after perhaps an initial assessment or consultation, you might say, sorry, I don't think this course is quite what you need. I can signpost you to another course or qualification. So that's another key factor within initial assessment. Another from the list, you can find out, of course, the expectations and motivations of your learner, and also perhaps agree some targets or goals as well. So you can find out a bit about the learner, the interest, why they're there. Perhaps they're being put on a course, that's absolutely fine, of course, but you can find out some agreed targets at this stage as well. In terms of examples, so once again, we have a course application form, quite a very simple, straightforward application form here. This is emailed out to candidates, which they can, of course, type, they can handwrite, and they can return that application form. So this application form is given to our course tutors prior to the course commencing. They can, of course, have a read and find out about candidates as well. So it's very important that we do this here at TrainAid. In our sort of classroom face-to-face courses, typically icebreakers are a very fun and interactive way to find out about candidates and their motivation for attending the course or qualification. So in regards to your own course, you might have different initial or diagnostic assessments that work for your qualification. So we had talked a little bit about initial assessments. On the flip side, we have diagnostic assessments, okay? So these are used to evaluate a learner's skill set, knowledge, strengths, and also areas for development within a particular subject as well. In terms of typical diagnostic assessments, typically a learning preferences questionnaire such as VARC is an excellent way to find out how best candidates like to learn. Also, we have online platforms such as BKSB. Any literacy or numeracy tests are an excellent way to find out about learner strengths, okay? And also you can hopefully identify whether there is any required support in regards to ICT as well. So if learners do require any additional support, we can find that out through a diagnostic test. So just behind me, we have a range of different examples of initial or diagnostic tests. So simply an application form, an interview or discussion. So that's really valuable to find out about the learner and their motivations for the course. Perhaps an observation as well. So your course might be quite practical focused, and to come onto your course, learners have to go through perhaps an observation of them demonstrating their skills, what they already know. Other key initial and diagnostic assessments, we have structured activities such as a role play. This could be tests, English, maths and ICT, discussions and debates, and also quizzes and games could be very, very good initial or diagnostic tests. So of course, initial assessments can happen at the start of a course. They could happen at the start of a lesson, perhaps a new unit or topic, and they serve to refresh learners' understanding and knowledge as well. So in terms of your qualification for the Level 4 Certificate in Education and Training, we are looking for you to submit a minimum of 5 different initial or diagnostic assessments that you use within your current teaching practice. So you could have any from the list here. Okay, try and aim for 5 best as you can. You could submit, for example, a course application form, or perhaps any interview questions that you ask your learners as well. But as I mentioned, any pictures, any screenshots are fantastic. Perhaps have a supporting Word document explaining how you promote those initial and also diagnostic assessments. If you have any questions regarding initial and diagnostic assessments, please do email the submissions team. We can give you lots of help and advice and pointers on what to include within your teaching portfolio. Alternatively, please do give us a call on the office telephone number and we can give you some help and support over the phone. Once again, thank you very much for watching today's YouTube channel video. If you would like to find out more about TrainAid, please go onto our website and also like and subscribe to the channel. We hope to see you on one of our courses. Bye for now.